Cancer. My name is Echo. Thank you for joining me for your February tarot reading for 2025. Just want to let you know we started off this month with a new moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the forward thinking sign that always plans ahead and is always looking to the future. I am a little behind in my tarot readings for this month. I do apologize. It has been a little crazy energy. We also have Mars in retrograde until the 23rd, the planet of action and aggression. So if you seem a little put off until that point, don't feel so bad, Cancer. It will be spending some time in your sign. We do also have a full moon in Leo on the 12th, so you may be feeling that energy now. I'm filming this on the 11th. The full moon energy, as you know, is the 3 days before, the day of when it's at its strongest, and then the 3 days after. And Leo is a very creative energy, a very fiery energy, a leader who likes to stand out. So if you're feeling that vibe and something is tugging on you, follow those intentions, follow that pull, and see where it leads you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and continue your reading. To start you off, from the Runic Oracle deck, you have Ingwaz. Ingwaz is a spark of creation, a very spring-like energy. It talks about everything that you put out there does come back in its own way. It's a creative energy, spring, new beginnings. So if you do feel like January kind of set off 2025 in a bit of a hairy way, it's almost like you're getting a new start as you step into February. Like January was a false start and you are getting new beginnings here. So endeavors that you have seen come about in January may have struck a chord in the wrong way with you. But if something in February does kind of tug at you and pull you in a new direction, there is a good reason for that. So follow that inclination. Be the leader of your own life here as February moves forward. And in Ingwaz, we do have the lion. We did talk about that full moon in Leo. So follow that creative spark, Cancer. Excuse me. With the Animal Oracle deck, you have the Starfish Spirit. It says, open to infinite possibility. So as we move forward into the month of February, it comes with, as we said, its own divine spark, its own creative energy, but you have to be open to new possibilities, Cancer. And I know Cancer is a very homebody sign. You like to be in your own little space, doing things the way you like to do them, and that's perfectly fine. But you need to be open to the idea that there are possibilities out there. There is a rejuvenating energy about you at this time. A starfish, when it loses one of its limbs, can regenerate that limb infinitely, actually, and the starfish can continue life as normal. So if there is a period of regrowth here, you are moving into new possibilities where you might have felt cut back in the past on something. You will no longer be limited. So let's just follow that energy. The Butterfly Oracle deck, yes, has healing from the past. What did we just say? So something may have hindered you either in January or in the months leading up to it, my beautiful Cancer. And whatever it is, if it scarred you in a way that didn't work for you, in a way that impacted you emotionally, because you are a watery sign, you can be a little emotional sometimes, just let it roll off of you, okay? Take it for what it is. Take it for a lesson learned. You're older, you're stronger, you're wiser now. Take whatever that lesson was to heart and continue moving forward at this time. Next, you have strength. Yep, your inner strength is going to be what leads you forward as we move out of February and into the year progressing. So the strength for Cancer would be, yes, you have that hard outer shell that the Cancer, the sign of the crab, is known for, where you are very well fortified, but you also have a very strong heart. And if you notice in the back of this card, you actually have a full moon. So lean heavy into that full moon energy. It may be impacting you in a very emotional way right now. Lean into it, embrace it, and take it for what it is. If something is tugging at your heartstrings, it's for a good reason, Cancer. Ride that energy and enjoy it. If you do see things that you were working on coming to fruition at this time, I don't know who this is for. I feel like this is for someone specific. It's because you earned it, and you're not supposed to be beating yourself up for that. And this may be coming from the healing from the past card. But the lion, as we saw on the Ingwaz card, and the symbol of our full moon in Leo, I don't know where what's the expression? He I'm just listening to my guides one moment. The lion roars loud and long. Proud, loud, and long. Okay, the lion roars proud, loud, and long. I don't know who that's for. So if you are feeling a little bit of an emotional energy at this time and you do feel the need to express yourself, go ahead and do that, Cancer. You're getting the green light to do that, but do it with the intention of healing, not so much to take other people's down, because there is that expression, hurt people, correct? Next, you have darkness. So you may not feel like everything you're wanting to come about is coming to light just yet. Like we said, we are moving into this era of new healing and this era of like a spring-like energy. This is indicative of being in the darkness at this time and not really seeing where the light is. But if you notice in this card, the pathway is lit for this little bunny rabbit here. The pathway is lit by the moon coming out, the light from behind this eclipse. Okay, so if something feels like it's eclipsing you, look for that silver lining, look for where the light is, and focus on that. Let that be where you shine when you're expressing your emotion. Okay, because the darkness is easy to see if you're looking for it. It's all you're going to see. But if you don't see light around you at this time, Cancer, it may be the message that you are the light in a dark place. Okay, and sometimes we have to remember that when things don't seem very bright and things don't seem very sunny, you are the light in a dark place. Energy starts off with a Seven of Wands energy. Seven of Wands, this is what the position you are in the Celtic cross spread, which is what I will be using for this reading. It's what I use for all of my astrology readings for the months. In the Seven of Wands, this individual is standing his ground, and he is making quite the spectacle of himself. This individual standing on the mountain in the storm is almost like you'd be afraid to be struck by lightning, but the way he's holding his staff and brandishing it about, and the others in the background are watching him, it's almost like he is controlling the storm, right? Be the storm. So this is the energy you're in right now. You may have a very stormy energy about you. Wands are a fiery, creative energy. They are part of the fire suit. So embrace your creativity at this time and don't be afraid to be the spectacle. If others are watching you and kind of trying to back you into a corner, put you on the edge of a cliff, don't worry so much about what they're doing. Worry more about what you can do from that space you're in, from that position you're currently holding. All right, Leo. All right, Cancer. Well, that fell out. Crossing you is the Two of Swords. Swords are an air energy. They are about intellect and communication. If it's crossing you at this time, it tells me you might feel a little bit bound, which may be why you're being called to strength, but you feel like you're in darkness. If you feel a little bit bound on how you're going to communicate what you want to create at this time, sit with that in your own time and then express it when you feel ready, as the full moon allows. Loud and proud, we were talking about. But just know what sound it is you're going to make, because when the lion opens his mouth, he knows he's going to put out that loud roar. He is not going to just, eep, he's not going to squeak. So just contemplate what you want your roar to sound like and what you want the outcome of that to be, Cancer. At your base, you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets, the keeper of knowledge. She knows when to speak and when to act, and when to withdraw, when to keep things in secret in darkness. So at your base level, you have a wisdom about you that tells you not everything needs to be done in the open right away. Some things do need to be kept close at hand, and you're embracing that energy. The loud and the proud that the lion roars doesn't necessarily mean he's going to tell everybody, hey, I'm here, I'm loud and proud, but I also have an injury. Don't look at my, left leg. So if there is something, keep your weaknesses to yourself. Keep whatever secrets you think someone could exploit at this time to yourself, and put forward the best energy you have, your best foot forward. And I just noticed in this card, this lady has her foot sticking out forward. Next to you, you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is all about choices and what choices are being offered to you at this time. This tells me that your heart space is in a very considering energy. You're really looking at what's going on around you, and you're very considerate of what's on offer. Just as someone offers you a cup with gifts and what looks like a wonderful kind of energy, Cancer, You may also feel that someone is offering you cups you don't necessarily trust, opportunities that are a little underhanded. Just read the fine print on any contracts at this time. Be sure you're asking questions and you're asking the right questions, because not every cup is a gift. Some of those cups are poison. Not because anyone intentions you with any ill will, but more so I'm getting the vibe that they're in favor of what they can get from a connection with you, than your own well-being. I am just dropping cards today. Crowning you, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is all about communication in a very heartfelt way, compassion, but she can sometimes point toward a hint of gossip. So if you hear something that sounds like gossip, feel free to let it go. The dolphin in the sky, dolphins are intellectual creatures. They are social creatures. They are very loving and very playful. So this is where you are in your highest good. You're moving forward with the best intentions, a very watery energy, which makes sense for you, Cancer, as you are the water sign. You're going forward in a very legitimate friendship, communication type way that works for the betterment of all. But if you do hear some gossip that comes your way, or even gossip about you, take it with a grain of salt. And if it is about you, feel free to tell them, I think you're incorrect on this. This is actually the truth of me. I don't know where you heard that, but just very kindly correct somebody. And if it is the person who's gossiping about you and they feel cornered, just let them know, look, I don't know where you got this, but this isn't correct. I would like you to stop this, please. You're going to have to be the bigger person in whatever that is. If you run across it, I'm not saying you will. This card was actually face up. I'm not going to take that. Next, you have the Star as your immediate outcome energy. The Star is all about the hopeful energy and creating your highest good from going out and putting your wishes out there. So if you move forward with the greatest good and energy that you have here and working from a place of healing, it tells me that you are moving toward new beginnings that are of a very creative design. They do bring hope, they do bring faith, and you will be operating on faith as the immediate outcome. So it's like if you put yourself out there right now, I'm getting this vibe that you're going to get good back. It's going to serve your greater good, and you are going to feel very good moving into the month of February from this energy, if you're operating from the very heartfelt space, which is typically what you do. The energy you yourself are bringing into this reading is the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, the Knight of Pentacles is all about bringing things about in a very firm, a very real way. He's the one who brings back the spoils to the kingdom, the messenger from another kingdom of goodwill. You could say he is the rider who moves slow and steady, very grounded in his energy. It's almost like he just came from a different kingdom to spread a message of goodwill, and now he is bringing that goodwill and possibly a show of good faith, some sort of reward to his home kingdom as he rides back. A very leisurely stroll, if you will, regardless of what's going on in the background around him. It's a very quiet, sleepy energy, you could say. So this may mean that you're bringing something to fruition in a material space. It is an earth energy. So this is things that are tangible, things you can touch, things you can see. This may mean you're bringing about some sort of raise, approaching a boss about getting a raise in the workspace. You may be getting a raise offered to you because they see the good work you are doing. You do very genuine work, you're a very down-to-earth individual. You know, you kind of do things at your own pace, but you do care about the greater good of the community because you want everyone to be comfortable in that workspace. So let's just see what Spirit is offering you in this reading. What is Spirit bringing us? Yes, the Nine of Pentacles. Wowzers. So Spirit is saying that if you put forward this energy, something is going to be on offer to you here, and it's going to come in abundance. It's going to come in a way that was honestly more than you expected, because Nine of Pentacles is working your way to the 10. Okay, you may feel like there's a little bit more, so it may not be everything you wanted, but it's pretty darn close. Okay, so I love this energy for you. It looks like February is just going to be amazing, Cancer. In your position of hopes and fears, you have the Five of Cups. This tells me you may be worried about the outcome of a situation. Are you doing everything for the greatest good of all? Is it really what you want? Is it really what's going to help everybody? Because again, cups are very emotional. There is disappointment in this card. So you may be a little bit concerned. You are hoping for the best out there, and you're wondering if really, are you being a little bit selfish? Are you really looking out for everybody? And that kind of ties into your fear, like worried that maybe you aren't looking for the greatest good of all. You are being a little bit selfish and looking just after yourself. And it can also be a little bit of emotional wear and tear if you wear your heart on your sleeve at this time, which isn't something Cancer is generally known for. But if you wear your heart on your sleeve at any point in time, it can come back on you. This healing from the past and being open to infinite possibility tells me you feel almost like you don't deserve something. Maybe because you've been hurt in the past, because you trusted too deeply, you did put your heart out there looking after someone, and now you're ready to retract into your shell. Going into your shell is second nature for you, Cancer, when you feel damaged, when you feel hurt, or when you feel unsafe in a situation. But don't be afraid to put yourself out there with people you trust, okay? If something feels unsafe, you're going to retreat. Nothing I can say is going to stop you from what you naturally do. But don't be afraid to act on faith once in a while. If your heart is tugging you to just push a little further, look at a situation a little differently, and gain a higher perspective, almost like be the bigger person. Follow the inclining, because disappointment is what you are afraid of, but if that's what you focus on, that is what you're going to bring about. What we think is what we create, right, Cancer? Oh, I love this. The overall outcome of your reading, the long term, is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is no nonsense. Just as she holds the sword to cut through the nonsense, she also offers her hand in good faith and in good healing to anyone who would approach her. Again, swords are a very airy energy about communication and the intellect, so she is going to tell it like it is. And being the kind of person, like, you don't want to get hurt, you're going to draw into your shell. I'm kind of getting the vibe like, but you're still going to tell it like it is. This is what I want to come from this situation. You're going to communicate where your heart is coming from. Okay. So this is a great reading for you in February, Cancer. I just want to see a little bit more, a little bit of closeout. We'll kind of narrow the focus here. Okay. What does Cancer maybe not see coming in the month of February? One card. What do you maybe not see coming? The Emperor. Okay, so this tells me someone may come at you with a bit of a power play and challenge your own power, Cancer. They may have you questioning just what you're capable of. If somebody comes at you in a very powerful, very kind of way, don't try to match their energy. Kill them with kindness, kill them with grace, because you are the more graceful creature, right? And if you feel the need to withdraw into your shell, then you can. This person may be the reason. This power play may be the reason you feel the need to draw into your shell. But know that your own power, I'm just dropping cards. Know that your own power is something that is to be reckoned with, because they can't match your heart. I don't know where I'm hearing this. They can't match your heart. Roar loud and proud, as the lion does, like we said in this card with Ingwas earlier. Exercise your strength and know that you have strengths of your own. You have a stronger heart than whoever or whatever this is, okay? What blessings is my Cancer capable of pulling in the month of February? What blessings? The Knight of Swords. Again, there's that air energy, and he is the champion for this Queen of Swords, okay? So you have the blessing of communication, where when you're putting your heart space out there, people will understand you more clearly. You're more capable of making people understand you in a way that can communicate strongly. But this is something that was crossing you earlier with that Two of Swords. You've got to trust that you have that capability and step forward with your best foot forward, okay? You have the blessing of communication. I'm getting almost like the gift of gab, okay? Follow that, use that, because that is going to help you this month, Cancer. And last but not least, I just want to see what advice you have for my Cancer in the month of February. It sounds like we're on a little bit of shaky ground, but we're doing our utmost best as February progresses. What advice do you have for my beautiful Cancer? The Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the celebratory energy. It is the individual who has the 8 cups before them, and they are ready to reach for that 9th cup, okay? Again, cups are an emotional energy. We are talking water suit. So if you are in an emotional space that is already comfortable, don't be afraid to stretch to see what more happiness you can pull, what more joy you can spread, because that's going to be that 9th cup, okay? I really love this reading for you, Cancer. It sounds like you're in for an exciting month with a lot of growth. Embrace it, move forward with this because you are the one who has the heart. You are the one bearing the cup, all right? Thank you so much for joining me for this reading in February. My name is Echo, and I will see you next time.